Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late April 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libra collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides and spirit team, talk to me about the Libras as we move towards the back end of April. We're in Taurus season, by the way. Still many intriguing energies moving throughout the zodiac, so let's see what we have for you. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the Libras, please. What do we got for my good friends here in the back end of April? All right, nice and quick, that card popped out. Okay, beautiful, loving, affectionate type of energy, which is something I really love to see, because that tells me that regardless of what shows up within the reading itself, this is just really beautiful stuff. So whether it's something you're craving or something you're wanting to give, this is good stuff. Now, before we dive into that fully, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a bit about this card, and it is one of my favorites in this whole entire deck. You see this lady in the red headdress. She is snuggling up there to that white dove. Now, when I see that white dove, in divination and in symbolism, white birds represent angelic love and light types of energies. So our guides, our ancestors, our spirit team, people that have passed over, ones that watch over us and accompany us through this journey of life. And notice that there's still so much love here between the two. So when I see this, of course, I think of spiritual protection. And maybe you just need to know and hear that somebody is watching over you or someone is still with you. This is really nice. Now, if we're not talking about anything spiritual, if we're just talking about mainly physical world types of energies, this is a huge card of affection to me. So this could be spirit saying like, hey, there's someone in your life that they could use a big old bear hug. And if it's you, I'll give you a big virtual one right now, Libra. So you might need to give someone a hug. That might be something you're craving, right? And I always like to say, we're all human. We all crave affection in some form or fashion. And this is a card of affection. So if you're craving it, go get some. If this is someone else, give them a big hug. Maybe this is someone that just needs to know that you love them. So this is nice. Let's get into tarot. Once again, it doesn't have to get that deep. It could be a very simple message as well. And I always say this first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's see what we have for the Libras here, my guides. Talk to me. And while we shuffle up and get ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled, and don't get freaked out by this title, but it was titled, They Are Watching. And the big energy I was picking up throughout most of the reading was somebody keeping tabs on something. Okay, so whether it was someone keeping tabs on a situation, someone keeping their eye on you, maybe there was something you were keeping tabs on, right? And to me, it was like, all right, well, I'm going to observe this for a second. That was a big theme showing up. And that could still bleed over into the coming days and weeks. So just keep that in mind. You might be under the microscope in one way or another. Let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get it going. 3 cards here for the lovely Libras. What's happening for my friends? Late April. Thank you. Okay, 9 of Wands, little guarded type of energy. Could be refraining from something as well when this card is here. Obviously not a terrible energy, but it's a little blocked up. A little bit blocked up. Let's get a couple more. I mean, there could just be something you're being very cautious about. Okay, now the energy is starting to free up a little bit. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Lovely. I love this energy in the center. 2 totally opposite energies too. Okay, one is very giving, one is a little more clamped down. Talk about it. But for a lot of you, this could be change, moving in a better direction. Yeah, there's the harmony. So we have the 2 of Pentacles right here on the back end. So far, we're looking okay here, Libra. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I'm looking down here, and I'm seeing some patterns starting to emerge. Now, obviously, I see the elemental mixture. I always look at that first. We have the double down of the earthy energy. Now, for a portion of you might just be in pentacle mode right now. Mind on the money, money on the mind. This could represent the material aspects of life. So whether it's keeping yourself busy with work, business ideas, anything around employment, anything material like the home, I think you get the drift. Pentacles are always in that type of energy. But another thing I'm seeing is like we're starting here with this very cautious, blocked up energy, and then it frees up more and more as it goes along. So for a lot of you, there could be some nice shifts and changes coming in for you. So let's explore this a little further. Piece by piece, we'll build it out. So the Nine of Wands in position number one, I always call this, and a lot of readers call it the wounded warrior. Somebody that's been through a few things, someone that's been through more than a few things, and they don't want to get hurt again. That's a big thing with this card. So I often say this could be someone that's a little bit cautious, someone who's a little bit on guard, blocking something out. So there could be something or someone very specific that you're just being a little careful, being a little cautious about, or maybe this is just how you move through life in general. Like, I won't say it's trust issues, but the Nine of Wands to me, in regards to communication, it could be super blocked up. So you might be having communication issues with somebody. You might literally have someone blocked, or there's something not free-flowing about this communication when the Nine of Wands is here. But the good thing that I'm picking up, the good thing that I'm feeling is that it does free up. Because we're starting with this little blocked up energy, this very cautious energy, and moving into the Six of Pentacles. This is a lovely, lovely card. Now, I always say this often shows up for people in their birthday season, because this is one of my cards of gift giving. So what you might be wanting to get somebody a gift, or maybe you receive one out of nowhere. That's a possibility. But to me, this is a card of balance, similar to the Two of Pentacles on the back end. And although this is an earthy card, it is one of the ones that I link to the Libra Collective because there are the scales depicted in here. This is a charitable card. It's a giving card. This is an energy of wanting to put your energy towards something, and it's opening up. This is a card of balance. It's a card of fairness as well. So I do really like this. Now, when it shows up in the reverse or in the rougher sense of this card, it could represent something that's not quite fair. A dynamic where you're giving way more than the other person, where it's like, all right, something's off balance here, something's off kilter. Okay, so it's something we'll want to monitor a little further. But the way the energy is flowing, like from this blocked up energy to this Six of Pentacles, someone is opening up, or at the very least the energy is, where it's like, okay, I'm more receptive to this, or I trust this a little more. Like that's kind of what I'm picking up. And it continues to go that way, because on the back end, we have the beautiful Two of Pentacles. Now, yeah, there's some rough things with this card, just like with every card. But when I see it, all twos represent choices, decisions. Do I go left? Do I go right? This card could often represent somebody who is very, very busy. Notice this person is juggling. So for a lot of Libras in this time, maybe you have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe there's a lot of things you need to do or that you have on your plate. It's a very busy, busy, busy type of card. But the one thing I always say, it reminds me of a yin yang. So it is very much balanced. Now, I do know Libras always strive to have balance in their connections, in life in general. It's something that it's just programmed into Libra energy. So the thing that I really love is that coming out of this cautious energy, we have two cards that could represent your energy to a T, or things that you strive for. So this could be really good and harmonious, and it could represent a result, a win, a victory. It all really depends. But once again, it's also quite busy. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Libra. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for the Libras. Guides and Spirit Team, talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Nine of Wands. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Libra, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Nine of Wands time. What's happening? Why is this Nine of Wands here? Okay, cool. Okay, so some of you might just be very, very much energetically sensitive in this time, and I'm getting several very powerful messages here with the Nine of Wands and the High Priestess, okay? She is a card that links to Pisces, so some of you might be connected to Pisces. The High Priestess, I link her to all water signs, so there might be a water sign you're connected to, you're a little skeptical about, or it's like, I'm keeping an eye on this situation, sure. Kind of links into what we saw last week, but she is a card of heightened intuition. So the first message I'm picking up off of this, like there might be something, whether it's a situation or a person, where you just feel a little uneasy. Okay, that's just showing up. And if that's not something you're feeling now, just know in the coming days and weeks, there might be something that pops up where it's like, all right, well, I don't feel terrible about this. I'm just a little uneasy about it. There's something that's like you're unsure of. But once again, you could be trying to protect yourself as well, okay? Because she is also a card of the unknown, the unseen, the unexpected, the surprising. So we'll see how these themes of surprise and things coming out of nowhere elapse as we move throughout the rest of this reading. But for a portion of you, like I said, if it's not just your uneasiness showing up here, it could just be you protecting yourself from the unknown, okay? Like, listen, I've been through a lot already. I've been through enough. I don't want any unknowns. I need to know everything type of energy, which is okay. Okay, so whether this is interpersonal, whether this is business related, just knowing all the facts of any situation or connection could really help you a lot. Let's keep moving forward. Once again, I don't feel like this is where the reading ends. It's just like that first little unsure type of energy. Okay, so let's go in on that Six of Pentacles here. Let's see what's up. Because I do think, let's see. I don't want to get ahead of myself, so there's that Six of Pentacles here. Thank you. Lovely. Yeah. So something could exceed your expectations in the coming days and weeks here. And once again, I did say there's like this energy of like surprise and unexpected, and it could be steering towards like the victory and win area. We have the Three of Cups in the upright underneath the Six of Pentacles. Now, you remember all the stuff I said about the Six of Pentacles, like it's charitable, it's giving, it represents gift giving, and it also has karmic ties as well, very much Libra type of energy. The Three of Cups gets a bit of a bad reputation, in my opinion. To me, this is a card of celebration. It's a card of happiness, joyousness, like something to celebrate. So when I see it, I automatically think of wins and victories of different kinds. So whether it's monetary ones, a lot of you could have a nice influx of money, whether it's finding a new job or a better paying job or something in regards to business, but it could also be interpersonal, because the threes, they represent your circle of people. So they're celebrating, they're underneath the Six of Pentacles. I feel for a lot of you, there could be an unexpected win, victory, or a surprising one being lined up here. And as I already mentioned, coming from this caution place, having your expectations exceeded is a good thing. Where to me, it's like, okay, well, that turned out way better than I thought it would, or I wasn't expecting it to go that well or that good. That's kind of the energy I'm picking up here. So let's keep moving. I mean, for some of you, maybe there is something surrounding an actual gift as well. Like, keep your eyes open for that. I know it's like, I mean, we're halfway through the year, halfway to your birthday season, but keep your eyes open. Might get a little surprise. So let's see why that Two of Pentacles is here. We'll see if the energy continues to improve. So what is going on here for the lovely Libras? Thank you. World in reverse. Beautiful. I feel like this is really good. Now, the world in reverse could sometimes represent our past, cycles returning, or even individuals, stuff like that. But this does not feel bad to me whatsoever for whatever reason. Now, a portion of you, this is a very specific message for some. You might be insulating yourself or trying your best not to pay attention to what's going on in current events, what's going on in the world today. Now, I think it's a good thing to always be at least aware of what's happening in the world, but not to hyper focus on it. So like for some of the Libras out there, you might just be in your own world. That's what I'm thinking with this world in reverse underneath the Two of Pentacles. It's like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm in my own world. I'm worried about myself, my family, the people I care about. That's a good solid energy I'm picking up here on the back end. Now, once again, the world could represent, cycles returning, or habits and behaviors, or anything coming back around. And when I see it clarifying this Two of Pentacles, I do feel for a lot of you coming to peace with a past cycle, coming to peace with the way something happened or something elapsed. This really good energy in the center really might help bring you some sort of closure like in your soul here in a very good positive way. This doesn't feel like a return in a bad way. To me, this could be something being revisited. And I do feel like I saw this for you like maybe a few weeks ago or like a month or so ago, where there was a lot of things revisiting and returning for the Libra collective, and it's showing up once again, but this time it feels better. So there might be something you wind up revisiting or like really give better energy to it. And I mean, it feels nice. I really like this because the energy I'm picking up here on the back end feels like the prototypical energy that Libras strive for to me. So let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. I would say overall, really lovely energy for the Libra collective. But position number one, we have the Nine of Wands with the High Priestess in the upright. So you might be connected to a water sign or a Pisces there. And I did say for a big portion of you, you might just be a little unsure about something, a person, a situation, just a little bit on guard. There could be something about your energy where it's like, okay, I'm just going to be cautious here. I'm going to take my time, one foot in front of the other. That's just the energy I'm picking up in a big way. Or you could just be in a mode where it's like, no, I'm just trying to protect myself. I don't need any live wires here. I don't need anything unpredictable here. Like, you need transparency. Moving to the center, we have the Six of Pentacles with the Three of Cups. Boom. This is where your expectations could be exceeded. This is where that unexpected like win or victory or surprising one really comes in, because it just feels good. The Six of Pentacles with the Three of Cups. Something really coming into a state of balance, and it doesn't feel like it's just your energy. And I did say keep your eyes open, like someone might surprise you with something. But overall, whatever situations you're going through, whether it is work, business, personal relationships, something might go better than you think it will, where it's like, okay, that exceeded my expectations. Really nice. Moving to the back end, we have the Two of Pentacles with the World in reverse. There could be something you're planning on revisiting here, or something that does return. I also feel you coming to peace with a past cycle or something that may have already happened, where it's like, okay, I accept it. It is what it is. And another big message I was picking up here, Libra, a lot of you are just doing your own thing, like in your own world. Okay, just minding your own business. And I think that's a good thing. So yeah, please take a screenshot of that. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, my friends. I'd say your reading this week felt really, really good to me. Like internally, the feeling I was getting was really nice. So let's shuffle it up one time. What do we got in the shadows for the Libra collective here? And yeah, I always like to pull one at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a very good thing too. So let's get one. What do we got in the shadows? Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for all my members. I really do. So let's get your shadow card. Enough of all that. What do we got in the shadows? Okay. There. All right. I shall take it. So, oh, we got the Knight of Cups here in the shadows, which is a really nice shadow card, if I do say so myself. Now, the Knight of Cups, I mean, as with every card, does have like really good aspects, but it also has some rough ones. And this could once again represent a water sign that we kind of were picking up within the reading itself. Now, the Knight of Cups is Prince Charming type of energy. If this is a person, this could be someone that's a really smooth talker. It could represent your love life and romance in general, or your emotional state. The Knight of Cups also links into creativity. So for a lot of you, you might have like some really good creative juices bubbling under the surface when I see this as a shadow card. That's really nice. So I feel like either all those good things are tying in to the progress you're about to be making, or Spirit could be telling you, okay, there's some emotions you need to still resolve here. Okay, like it really depends on what your story is when the Knight of Cups shows up in the shadows. So yeah, Libra, I'd say overall pretty good reading, even up to the shadow point. But that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The April subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar and schedule at mastermetaphysics.com. And if you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced on April 1st. But for the April subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot in Wonderland. It's one of my favorite decks. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, if you had to switch your zodiac sign, which sign would you choose to be out of the whole 12? So if you do that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you soon.